Now on 4 News Now at 6, a cell phone crackdown in Spokane schools. The consequences your child may face if they're caught texting during class.
The hottest weather may be over, but the heat is here to stay. I'll show you how hot it's going to be in your First Alert forecast.
And new security footage shows the deadly attack inside of Eastern State Hospital. Now the family of the victim is suing the state. But the family says needs to change tonight at 6:30. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Disruptive phone calls like that during grade school classes are going to be a thing of the past thanks to changes in Spokane Public Schools' phone policy. Wednesday, the Spokane School Board recommended modifications to the current district-wide phone policy.
The district already intends to implement these changes in the upcoming school year. Our Hunter Bertram has what will happen if your students bend these new rules.
This upcoming school year in Spokane Public Schools, there's going to be something that's making a change. And what's changing is that cell phones and other technology devices will be greatly limited during school hours.
This is an incremental step. Setting boundaries in our schools around cell phones, that's an incremental step.
Superintendent Swinyard of Spokane Public Schools says it's time to address the issues stemming from our students' phone usage.
I think that it's gotten a little out of control, to be totally honest.
Our kids are ingesting social dynamics, bullying, harassment, normalization of violence. These are things that are having a significant detrimental effect on their childhood experience.
But does our community agree? We asked for your opinion on if you think this new policy is valid. Here's what's changing before we get to what our community said. There will be no device use in elementary schools during the school day. Middle schoolers can use the device only during lunch. High schoolers can use the device during passing time and lunch. After we told you that information, we received an overwhelming response of comments and posts, many agreeing with the new policy, some leaving memes. Yet there was one major issue.
And a major concern in taking this step back during the school day of technology use and cell phone use is what happens if there's an emergency. Well, SBS says that they acknowledge that concern and says that these cell phones will remain on students as they're trying to encourage better habits.
As for what happens if your student's caught,
the teacher is going to work with administrators to provide warnings, give kids a chance to acclimate and course correct.
In Spokane, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Well, this is Kevin Hall, and he's Spokane's next police chief. Hall has over 30 years of experience and will be moving from Tucson, Arizona, where he spent the last 8 years as the assistant chief of police and 30 years in total. The city of Spokane says Chief Hall worked in several departments, including SWAT and homicide. He is also credited with expanding Tucson's mental health support team. I went down to City Hall and spoke with the president of the Spokane Police Guild to hear how officers in Spokane are reacting to the selection.
He just really seemed to understand policing in 2024 in this country. And even though he's not from Washington State, he really seemed to have a good beat on what we're dealing with here in Spokane.
Well, during a recent public forum, we did ask Hall what he thinks of the Spokane Police Department and what they can improve upon. He says he would like the department to be more transparent when it comes to investigations involving police shootings.
In my jurisdiction, Tucson, we do them concurrently. The administrative investigation happens at the exact same time as the criminal investigation.
There's no word yet on when Hall will officially take over, but the city says he is expected to begin by September.
The current interim police chief, Justin Lundgren, is stepping down. He announced he'll be going to the Spokane County Sheriff's Office now. According to the Sheriff's Office, Lundgren will be named the inspector and the commander of the unincorporated patrol division. His last day at SPD will be on August 5th. He'll start at the Sheriff's Office 3 weeks later.
In your First Alert forecast tonight, our triple-digit days are over, but the heat is here to stay.
Yeah, there are some hot and hazy days ahead. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker is tracking those in your First Alert forecast.
We had a good drop in temperatures today from yesterday. A high today in Spokane of 96. That compares to 3 days of triple digits, including 104 degrees yesterday, also 3 days of records. We're mostly in the 90s across the region, low 90s in Sandpoint and Bonners Ferry, 90 degrees in Pullman. Did make it up into the triple digits in Lewiston and Omak. Today it was 91 in St. Mary's. Temperatures currently 95 in Spokane. It is still very warm with mostly clear skies. It's 90 degrees right now in Coeur d'Alene. Pretty blue skies there. A little bit of a haze on the horizon from area wildfires. That will be with us to start the day tomorrow, and we'll be talking more about that later in the broadcast. 62 degrees to start the day, 75 by 9 o'clock. We'll be in the 90s by 1, and we'll be topping out a day very much like today at 96. I'll be back with your weekend forecast in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Now to a scam alert from the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office. They're seeing an uptick in scammers claiming to be law enforcement or even your bank trying to get your money, specifically through Bitcoin transactions. It warns LibertyX Bitcoin ATMs seem to be the preferred method right now and reminds you that real law enforcement will not ask for any Bitcoin payments, property deeds, or other valuable information over the phone. When in doubt, though, if it's the sheriff's office or not, hang up and give them a call. Look for their number online.
Crypto scams like these are becoming more and more common. I spoke with an 84-year-old woman who lost her entire life savings to one of these scams. To hear her full story and to learn what signs to look out for so something like this doesn't happen to you, you can look for my special report on KXLY.com.
A vibrant new asphalt mural has been painted in the Manitou Cannon Hill neighborhood. Spokane's asphalt art program is funded by Photo Red, Photo Speed cameras, but has been at the center of controversy after repeated acts of vandalism. Marissa Rio gives us the scoop on the program's intended purpose.
Well, what's the scoop? There's a new asphalt art mural here in the Manitou Cannon Hill neighborhood. Turkeys, one of the first things that comes to mind when you think of the South Hill. They're reflected in the new mural, and the painted ones will hopefully serve the same purpose, slowing down traffic.
Essentially, having these big artworks in the road is meant to kind of enhance pedestrian activity while also making cars more aware of the road and that they need to look at it.
That's why the neighborhood council chose this intersection. It's busy. The mural is right in front of the scoop at the intersection of Monroe and 25th. Both the neighborhood council chair and the owner of the scoop say they love it and hope it does slow down traffic.
Everybody that's seen it, that's talked to me from the council, has loved it, and we sat over here on right after it was finished and talked to people as they came by, and they all stopped and looked at it, and we saw a lot of smiles.
It has all that the neighborhood represents: turkeys, lilacs, bikes, and the Scoop ice cream truck.
I mean, we just painted this last week, and it's still vibrant, you know, it's still there, but I've never seen one of my murals, you know, have wear on it before, you know, like an active living type of thing. So that's kind of cool, you know, it's almost interacting with the community.
And it is. As people ride their bikes along the mural, they can't help but pause to admire the art. Another mural was recently painted in the Hilliard neighborhood, and more are on the way. Spokane Art says each costs roughly $1,300, and nearly $1 million has been designated to the program. Once this 3-year program is completed, the city will look to see if it's had any impact on traffic. In South Hill, Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Well, within the last few hours, President Biden addressed the nation following calls from his own party to step aside.
Why he says he's still the best candidate to face former President Donald Trump in November.
In the state Senate, I lowered taxes, eliminated government agencies, funded the North-South Freeway, and brought a new medical school to Spokane.
And we're fact-checking congressional candidate Michael Baumgartner's campaign ads. Find out if he actually helped bring WSU's School of Medicine to Spokane. Next on 4 News Now at 6.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV. Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America. Good morning, America.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I am in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
It's Click It RV's lowest price guarantee sale going on now at your neighborhood Click It RV.
Be a winner like me and get the Click It RV.
With 0 down and no payments till October, now is the time to own your dream RV.
Get to Click It RV now. Are you going to be mad, bro?
Get never before deep discounts on trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and motorhomes. Plus the best selection, highest trade-in values ever, and a lifetime warranty. Nobody beats the discounts at Click It RV.
I'm Richard Sherman, and we guarantee it.
1 mile past the Y and Newport Highway.
Want to save on some of the biggest names in streaming on the network made for streaming? X marks the spot. Now when you get Xfinity Internet for 12 months, you can add the new Stream Saver for $15. That includes Netflix, Peacock, and Apple TV+. That's Xfinity Internet and Stream Saver for just $35 a month. All your favorites, all in one place, all for one low price. For more watching and less spending, X marks the spot. Switch to Xfinity, the network made for streaming, and bring on the good stuff.
It's Coeur d'Alene Casino's Core Stars Entertainment Series. Tesla's bluesy, soulful rock sound still roaring and soaring live Thursday, July 25th. I love you. Don't miss Parmalee, contemporary country hitmakers, live Thursday, September 12th. Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, October 10th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or CDA.com to buy your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning.
Honeymoon phase over already, huh?
You know, these things normally take a while to figure out, and these
We get you compensated fairly and only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
We are months away from another pivotal election, and a viewer reached out to 4 News Now to ask about a recent campaign ad by Michael Baumgartner.
Sean says Michael Baumgartner is claiming that he brought the medical school to Spokane and funded the North-South Freeway. Is that an accurate statement? Baumgartner is the Spokane County Treasurer currently and is running for Congress. In a recent campaign ad, he touts some of the accomplishments he made during his time as state senator.
Jordan Smith is in studio tonight to address Sean's question and fact-check this political ad.
Well, Michael Baumgartner made several claims in his most recent advertisement, including that he did bring a medical school to Spokane and was responsible for fully funding the North-South Freeway. As it turns out, both are true, at least mostly.
In the state Senate, I lowered taxes, eliminated government agencies, funded the North-South Freeway, and brought a new medical school to Spokane.
Let's take these one at a time. Did Baumgartner bring a medical school to WSU? You have to go back almost 10 years when Baumgartner sponsored Senate Bill 5487, along with 18 other senators. Here's a look at the bill's text. Essentially, it gives WSU Board of Regents the ability to establish a school of medicine at the university. But Baumgartner's bill wasn't the one that was signed into law. A companion bill, which is a bill with similar or the same language, was introduced in the House. That was the one that was signed by Governor Inslee in 2017. But ultimately, it was the same message and the same goal, and a huge win for WSU. In terms of funding the North-South Freeway, we journey back to 2015 again. Baumgartner voted in favor of the Connecting Washington funding package, which raised fuel taxes by 11.9 cents per gallon. The money from that tax generated revenue for several major transportation projects in Washington, including $879 million for the North-South Corridor. A project that's fully funded, it is 3.5 miles away from completion. And the 11.9 cent tax increase fully went into effect July 1st of 2016, something that had support from both sides of the aisle. In studio, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
All right, Jordan, thank you.
And this is a major election year for both Washington and Idaho. We want to hear from you. What do you want candidates to be talking about as they compete for your vote? Your questions will help drive our coverage. We'll make sure you're well informed when you cast your vote. You can find the place to submit your questions online. Just go to kxly.com/forthepeople.
Within the last hour, President Biden finished addressing the nation following a critical NATO summit.
This high-stakes press conference was a chance for Biden to change the narrative around his poor performance during last month's debate. Over the last few weeks, members of his own party have questioned if he is fit to lead and have called for him to step aside. Even before the press conference began, the president confused the president of Ukraine with the president of Russia. But he did manage to quickly correct himself. Take a listen.
I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. Who's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky.
And during the first question, the president misspoke again, confusing Vice President Kamala Harris with former President Donald Trump.
Wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, so I think she was not qualified to be president.
And the president did address concerns of his cognitive abilities.
I've taken 3 significant and intense neurological exams by a neurologist. In each case, as recent as February. And they say I'm in good shape.
President Biden and Trump are set to debate again in September.
Camping forecast. You're not going to stay cool at the campsite, but perhaps cooler if you head up to Boundary County in North Idaho to the North Haven camp. Temperatures will still be in the mid-90s this weekend with sunny skies, overnight lows down in the lower 60s. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Floor Trader Outlet.
Some injury lawyers you see on TV aren't even from here. They could be in Texas, California,
or even worse, Florida.
Local representation matters.
Good luck getting attention from 1,000 miles away.
Call the advocates.
We're here for you, not way over there for you.
Considering selling your RV? R&R wants it. Tired of paying storage fees? R&R needs it. Just don't use it anymore? R&R will buy it. Due to a critical shortage of pre-owned RVs, R&R RV is currently paying our absolute top dollar for your used RV. Any year, any make, any model. Turn your RV into cash or flip it for a newer model. So if you no longer use it or want it, let R&R RV buy it. Visit the R&R RV Superstore in Liberty Lake or call Keith at 509-499-2601.
In the state Senate, I lowered taxes and helped seniors and veterans. And this year, I fought against the big spenders that wanted to increase your property taxes. I'm Michael Baumgartner, and I approve this message because your family deserves to keep more of your hard-earned money.
Culligan, the water wizard of Oz.
Global Credit Union serves the men and women of our armed forces stationed around the world.
We're proud to honor our military members by wearing red on Friday.
Red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed, and 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are inviting you to wear red on Fridays too.
Show your support for the men and women of our armed forces.
Tell them and their families thank you for their service and for protecting our future. Stop by any Global branch and pick up a red pin.
And then remember to wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
Embrace the magic, celebrate friendship, and share the joy at Disney's Frozen the Musical.
Coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts, July 24th through August 4th. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
You know what I've learned from playing soccer? Play as a team, outwit your opponent, and never give up.
You know what I've learned from being a lawyer? Play as a team, outwit your opponent, never give up.
No wonder we work so well together.
Yeah.
All right, we have some breaking news just into the newsroom. One of the 2 people who was hit by a car in Airway Heights has died.
Yeah, the crash happened near Hayford and 9th Avenue, right near Northern Quest. And according to the police department, a 64-year-old man and 61-year-old woman were both rushed to the hospital. The man later died at the hospital, and the woman is still in critical condition. Investigators say drugs and alcohol were not factors in the crash.
All right, let's send it over to Chris Crocker now with a look at that first alert forecast.
Well, here are 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to remain hot, but not as hot, but we're going to be in the mid, possibly even upper 90s for the next week and potentially beyond. We'll be hazy at times, and we'll be talking more about that later in the broadcast. And there's no sign of rain, at least for the next 7 days. There is going to be a lot of hot weather on Friday with a few spots still in the triple digits, including Omak, Grand Coulee, Wenatchee, and Lewiston. In the 90s in Bonners Ferry and Sandpoint, as well as St. Mary's. 93 in Coeur d'Alene, and 96 in Ritzville. Almost 100 degrees in Moses Lake. 90s right around the Spokane area. 97 in 9 Mile and Meade. 98 in downtown Spokane. You'll have to cool down in Spirit Lake to 90. But boy, no 80s. And I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of 80s in the coming days. 90s and triple digits, because we're going to see our temperatures stay in the mid 90s until we get into late next week. We may start to see those temperatures increasing again, getting close to 100. This white line is our average down here. We're getting close to the hottest time of the year, which is the end of July, first week in August. That temperature will continue to increase, and we're not even close to average in the forecast. A ridge of high pressure over the western United States, keeping things dry. We are getting a little bit more of a westerly influence over the inland northwest, and that's what's helped to drop our temperatures somewhat and keeping the monsoonal flow of moisture to our south. We are going to be staying dry right on through the weekend, and as I mentioned, no sign of rain in the 7-day forecast. Here is your 7-day forecast. It is a lot of sunshine day after day, an occasional passing cloud, and hazy sunshine tomorrow, especially the first part of the day and into the evening. Overnight lows tonight will be in, or through the 7-day forecast, will be in the 60s. We'll also be in the lower 60s tonight. Our warmest weather yet to come this week, 98 on Wednesday and Thursday. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. Prices are down for the first time since the start of the pandemic. Find out if the Fed will finally lower insurance rates.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Stay refreshed at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino with your chance to win up to $5,000 cash in the Coolers of Cash giveaway. Earn entries by playing your favorite slot machine and double up your odds every Monday and Friday with 2 times the entries. Only at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. You just win here.
The DQ freezer is opening. All the Blizzard flavors of the past call it home. But which one is making a triumphant return? It's the unshareable salted caramel truffle Blizzard. Back for a limited time. Salted caramel truffles. Toffee pieces. Choco chunks. Yep, he's getting his own. Hurry in and get this flavor before the DQ freezer closes.
Some days I don't know what's harder, herding cattle or 3 kids.
Really, Mom?
I'm Jacqueline Maycumber. Our hands are always pretty full and a little dirty, but we make it work like so many in Eastern Washington.
In D.C., Jacqueline Maycumber will work for us. A former law enforcement officer, a rancher, a conservative. She'll seal the border and won't take any bull from Biden.
I'm Jacqueline Maycumber, and I approve this ad.
Dupixent can help people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. So this is better, even this. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Tell your doctor right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
Hey, honey, I hear that Eagle Rock RV and boat storage can accommodate all of our storage needs.
Yeah, and all indoor units are powered with lighting and plug-ins to keep our RV and boat batteries charged.
And you know what I love? The extra wide driveways. It makes it easy to move around.
And I love their motto, protect and preserve. And they use a state-of-the-art security system with awesome customer service.
And they're staffed 7 days a week for indoor and outdoor storage access.
Eagle Rock RV and boat storage.
All the fun you can fit into summer.
Call or click today to check out their units.
Elevate your game at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. Our expanded gaming floor now features over 900 of your favorite slots, plus all new table games. Only at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. You just win here.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
Around the nation, prices have dropped for the first time since the start of the pandemic. That's according to the Consumer Price Index.
The Fed must now decide whether to cut interest rates that are currently at a 23-year high. CNN's Brian Bell breaks down the latest report and what this means for you and your wallet.
This rate drop in the Consumer Price Index, it is a small yet significant one, a drop of 0.1% from May to June. But it's the first time we've seen a drop since May of 2020.
This is certainly good news on the inflation front.
In a new report, overall inflation beating economist expectations with a sharper annual slowdown in June to 3% from May's 3.3%.
One in a row is not a streak. We need to see more of that in months ahead. But I think we're hopeful now, just because we're starting to see signs now that we haven't seen for the past few years.
The Consumer Price Index report by the Bureau of Labor Statistics showing from month to month something we haven't seen in 4 years, a drop in consumer prices by 0.1%, a small but potentially significant swing. The change fueled in part by falling gas, as well as new and used car prices, while housing, food, and medical service costs still rise.
This, coupled with the report on the jobs market last week, all of that aligning for the Federal Reserve to begin cutting interest rates perhaps as soon as September.
Those cuts would be welcomed as interest rates currently sit at a 23-year high, while the Fed tries to combat inflation, making it more expensive to borrow for home, auto, and other loans.
The strain on household budgets is very real, even though prices now aren't going up as fast as they were.
And McBride says to think about the interest rates this way. They took the elevator going up, the fastest pace in 40 years. They'll be taking the stairs coming back down, much slower. In Washington, I'm Brian Abel reporting.
All right, grab your cowboy hats.
The 56th annual Cheney Rodeo kicks off tomorrow night with roping, racing, and riding of all kinds. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez has a preview.
The Cheney Rodeo is in town this weekend at the Bymart Arena. It's going to be so fun. Is that right, Cowgirl Laramie?
Yes. Let's rodeo Cheney.
Woo! It's the final countdown before gates open Friday night. Horses have been loaded in, fresh dirt has been laid, and the Bymart Arena is ready for hundreds of fans.
Coming here, this is really going to wake up a lot of cowboys.
This weekend marks Al Parsons' 15th year rodeo announcing in Cheney. Parson travels to jobs throughout the country, but he says there's something special about the city.
One of the things about Cheney is the camaraderie between the entire committee, myself, the clown, and the parade that's going to be kicking off on Saturday as well.
This year, the rodeo will feature veterans like Al and newcomers like 8-year-old cowgirl Laramie.
I'm excited.
Laramie does trick riding of all kinds. This weekend, she'll represent her family's rodeo ties by starting off the night in a special way.
I'm carrying the flag at the Cheney Rodeo.
Friday, gates will open at 5 p.m. and the rodeo starts at 7. Make sure to head over early to grab a seat and bring lots of water.
The lake can wait. You've got all summer for that. This is one time a year, 3 days, and if you miss out on this, you've really missed out on one of the greatest weekends of your life.
In Cheney, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Well, hazy skies and orange sunsets mean only one thing. We're tracking wildfire smoke out there. We'll see which fires we're watching as this hot weather continues. That's coming up at 6:30.
It cannot happen. Like, there needs to be change.
New security footage showing a patient being attacked by a fellow patient inside of Eastern State Hospital. Hear from the victim's family next on 4 News Now at 6:30.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
At Numerica, you'll find money answers for street ballers. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
4th of July savings all month long at GMC of Riverfront Park. Let freedom ring with 1.9% APR on all 2024 Sierras. Sierra 1500 double cab or crew cab for just $36,988. And Sierra 1500 Denali ATX4 and SLT with savings up to $15,000. Take up to $5,300 off the Yukon XL Denali. Drive away in a 2024 Canyon with 1.9% APR or just $38,788. Sell us your car your way with instant cash offers. Plus our exclusive 3-day return and 7-day exchange policy. Only at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Okay, everyone, our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Ensure with 27 vitamins and minerals, nutrients for immune health, and Ensure Complete with 30 grams of protein.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and explore unbeatable deals. Step up to the all-in-one GE Profile laundry machine for just $22.98. It combines both washer and dryer functions into one sleek appliance, saving space and offering unmatched convenience. Automatically dispenses the right amount of detergent each load, and Wi-Fi connectivity allows you to control and monitor your laundry from anywhere, saving you time and effort. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
Oof, gotta get rid of this.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks.
Have you tried Downy Rinse and Refresh?
It helps remove odors 3 times better than detergent alone.
It worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh.
Next DT, we're with the stars teeing off in Tahoe, plus a flight status on Top Gun 3 from Miles Teller.
Riding in those F-18s. Let's go.
Next DT.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Serena Williams hosts the ESPYs with guest appearances by Quinta Brunson, Rob Lowe, Allison Felix, plus this year's special honorees, including Prince Harry.
I'm ready to serve these up.
The ESPYs, live tonight on ABC.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, this is new security footage showing the moments leading up to a fellow patient attacking 70-year-old Daniel Zelmer. This happened back in March of 2022 inside of Eastern State Hospital.
And we want to warn you, what we're about to show you, this security footage of the attack, it may be difficult for many people to watch. Zelmer ended up in a coma and died a few days later. Now, his family wants the state of Washington to pay for it. In an exclusive interview, our Natalie Grant spoke with Zelmer's family, who want to make sure their father didn't die for nothing.
2 years ago, 70-year-old Daniel Zelmer was killed here at Eastern State Hospital by a fellow patient, assaulted with no staff noticing until it was too late. Now, his family is taking action, hoping to put a stop to the seemingly deadly trend.
We've lived an interesting life, and there has been some wild stuff, but I could have never predicted this happening. I mean, it's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking.
Jesse Zelmer knows his father, Daniel, was not a perfect man, but he loved him just the same. Daniel was involuntarily committed to Eastern State Hospital on February 25th of 2022. Less than 1 month later, on March 17th, Daniel was left alone with a 5-time convicted felon with a history of violent behavior and accusations he threatened other patients. Marte Ellis was also involuntarily committed to Eastern State Hospital, already facing criminal charges. Police say in 2021 he attacked an innocent woman in downtown Spokane, punching and throwing her to the ground. Eerily similar to what happened to Daniel Zelmer. In this security footage, you can see Ellis pace down the hallway and approach the room Daniel was in. Ellis seems to call Daniel out of the room, and that's when the attack erupts. You can see Ellis kicking Daniel in the stomach and punching him in the face several times before staff intervened. This put Daniel in a coma. He died several days later. Jesse and his sister didn't know until their father was dead.
I remember when I found out. Apparently, there's a local newspaper there in Spokane, and so my sister sent me a link to that, and that is how we found out. So we were not like called or advised of any of it. And to me, that seems strange.
This is not the first time a death like this has occurred at Eastern State Hospital. Attorney Michael Franklin has been involved in 3 cases like it, with families like the Zelmers suing Eastern State Hospital.
My reaction initially was, here we go again, right? Eastern has a pattern, it seems, of allowing these things to happen. And brutal attacks like this and deaths are entirely preventable.
According to Franklin, the 3 cases show a pattern of victims being allowed to be alone with violent patients. 1 man was attacked in his bed while sleeping. 1 was attacked in the bathroom. But this case is different due to the surveillance footage capturing the attack.
In this case, seeing it happen and seeing it go down over the course of several minutes as the thing escalated it was eye-opening. I mean, somebody should have prevented it. Somebody from Eastern should have prevented this. He should have been on assault watch by Eastern, and he wasn't.
According to the lawsuit at the time, Ellis was on assault precautions, but this was not differentiated from normal 15-minute observations for all patients at Eastern State Hospital. Ellis has still not faced trial for Zellmer's death or the downtown assault because of his ongoing mental health challenges. But no matter the outcome of that case, the family of Daniel Zellmer hopes their father's death will lead to a meaningful change within the halls of Eastern State.
It cannot happen. Like, there needs to be change. Something needs to change here so it doesn't happen to anyone else.
Reporting.
Now, we reached out to Eastern State Hospital for a comment on this case. They declined due to the upcoming litigation, but did say the safety of our staff and patients at Eastern State Hospital and all of our 24/7 facilities is one of our highest priorities, and we continue to focus our efforts in this area.
In the past, Eastern State Hospital's accreditation has been under question. Right now, the hospital is accredited, renewed just last month. Lawyers expect this civil case against Eastern State Hospital to go to trial in the next 12 to 18 months.
Ellis has his next court appearance in August to see if he's mentally fit to stand trial for both the downtown assault and Zellmer's murder more than 2 years after the attacks.
And let's take a live look now over Spokane. We are not dealing with a heat wave any longer, but we are going to continue to sweat it out across the region. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker has your forecast.
We are definitely past the worst of the heat for now, but it definitely can argue that today was very, very hot. It was 96 in Spokane, 92 in Coeur d'Alene. These temperatures are more than 10 degrees above average in many cases, 101 in Lewiston and 101 in Omac. We are bringing this cooler air in, though. It's almost a 10-degree drop in some locations from yesterday's highs, and we're going to cool off relatively well tonight. Some 50s on the map in Colville and Sandpoint, 62 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. That compares to 72 the night before, 57 in Pullman and 59 in St. Mary's. High temperatures tomorrow will be very similar to what we had today. Will be in the mid-90s in both Spokane and Coeur d'Alene and 91 degrees in Sandpoint. Hazy sunshine to start the day and winds generally less than 10 miles per hour. At times we got a little bit of a breeze today. Certainly felt nice. Lots of sunshine, no shortage of that. I'll be back with your 7-day outlook in just a few minutes. Derek?
All right, Chris, thank you. And with long, hot days to come problems with our air quality. We've already seen lower air quality this week, and there is likely more to come.
Meteorologist Matt Gray is here now, tracking smoke and pollution for you tonight.
And there's been a lot of haze on the horizon the past few days. There's haze on the horizon right now. So let's go ahead and find out where all of this is coming from. Here's the satellite picture from today. One of the biggest sources of smoke, at least for right now, might be a little bit hard to see, but take a look at the area shaded in the red circle. Take a look at the satellite picture from last night. This is called the Pioneer Fire. It's burned over 12,000 acres in size on the shore of Lake Chelan, and air quality is going to remain a concern in Chelan and Okanagan counties for the next few months as this fire continues to go. You can see some of the hot spots there on sides of the fire from the activity today, but this is not all. Winds over the next few days, as Chris has explained here through this broadcast, generally west-east, helping us cool off, but also more likely to push any smoke from the Pioneer Fire at some point or another towards Spokane and towards Coeur d'Alene at some intervals. Now, this is the forecast I'm about to show you right now for tonight. Air quality dropping in the Grand Coulee area, and then even just a little bit of smoke and hazy weather trying to make its way to Spokane later on in the night. So if you are extremely sensitive to smoke, I can't believe we're saying this already here, but you might want to reconsider opening those windows to cool off your home tonight. Maybe keep them shut with that potential smoke and haze coming through. Now, the Pioneer Fire is just one of a few large wildfires in the Northwest. We've got to watch this summer, depending on which way the wind blows. A lot has come up here now with all this hot weather, but smoke is not the only reason our air quality is going to be moving up and down here as we head over the next few days with periods of moderate air quality. You see, cars, well, they help create ozone when gases for the tailpipe mix with the atmosphere during hot, sunny days, and we've certainly had plenty of those. At the same time, the oppressive heat helps keep that ozone near the ground, and when you breathe it in over time, it's going to hurt your lungs just like wildfire smoke. So the big takeaway here is that, well, smoke season's here already, and we need to expect that things are going to just go upward from here, unfortunately. So expect more from us in the First Alert Weather Center as we continue to track the air quality for you this summer.
All right, Matt, thank you. Starting Monday off the North Spokane corridor, Freya will be blocked while crews repave the southern roundabout there. That means you won't be able to go south once you get off the freeway. You won't be able to use the northbound on-ramp, and the northbound exit there will be closed as well. Only local access will be given north of Francis. The project is expected to last 20 days. Well, former Gonzaga basketball star Drew Timme has been a hot commodity this offseason, with a few different teams hoping to land him for Summer League.
Coming up in sports, where Timme has decided to play and how it could impact his future in the NBA.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. Every day of your life.
Hi, I'm Chuck, owner of Spokane Rain Gutter. My family and I have been installing gutters right here in Spokane for over 30 years.
Save $200 on gutter helmet and get a free gutter cleaning. We are your gutter experts. SpokaneRainGutter.com.
Considering selling your RV? R&R wants it. Tired of paying storage fees? R&R needs it. Just don't use it anymore? R&R will buy it. Due to a critical shortage of pre-owned RVs, R&R RV is currently paying our absolute top dollar for your used RV. Any year, any make, any model. Turn your RV into cash or flip it for a newer model. So if you no longer use it or want it, let R&R RV buy it. Visit the R&R RV Superstore in North Spokane or call Ryan at 509-244-5888.
We owe everything to our troops, past and present, for their honor, courage, and dedication. As a token of our appreciation, 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are encouraging you to once again wear red on Fridays.
Join us in recognizing our troops and their families for allowing us the freedom we enjoy every day as Americans. Stop into any Global brand to pick up a red pin and show your support.
And then wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
Wear Red Fridays, brought to you by 4 News Now and Global Credit Union.
At North Idaho Urology, in partnership with Cancer Care Northwest, we specialize in advanced prostate cancer care. We are the only practice in North Idaho that has an advanced prostate cancer center with options ranging from surgery, radiation, to medication. Our commitment to innovation means your treatment is effective and focused on advanced prostate cancer. Begin your personalized care journey for advanced prostate cancer with us today.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better, to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
Well, the Mariners are just getting underway against the Los Angeles Angels. The M's are fresh off 2 impressive wins over the San Diego Padres.
Seattle has a 2-game lead in the lead of the AL West division. Sports director Julia Minnesota's here with more on what's keeping them in the playoff race.
Well, the Mariner pitchers all deserve a raise, or at least a nice steak dinner. They have been, without a doubt, the heroes of this season. Seattle has the 3rd best pitching staff in all of baseball, and that certainly makes up for having the worst offense in the league. That great pitching was on display in yesterday's 2-0 win over the Padres. Mariners starter Bryce Miller went 6 scoreless innings, and the bullpen took care of business the rest of the way. Manager Scott Service says they will continue to lean on their arms against the Angels.
I had a feeling it was going to be low scoring, and we had to outpitch them, and that's what we did. So nice to win back-to-back games here against a really good offensive club, and hopefully carry it on to Anaheim.
And Luis Castillo is on the mound for the Mariners tonight. Former Gonzaga basketball star Drew Timme has become a popular player this offseason. Timme will be playing for the Sacramento Kings during Summer League. He played in 3 games for the Kings during the California Classic, but there was some confusion when he was listed on the Toronto Raptors Summer League roster. Timme scored 5 points a game in his first 3 Summer League matchups. His season in the G League was cut short last year when he broke his foot and had to get surgery back in February. Timme will be joined by former Washington State standout Isaac Jones, who signed a 2-way contract with Sacramento after going undrafted. Their first Summer League game in Las Vegas together is on Friday. Indianapolis will be the center of the college basketball universe in 2026. The city will be the host for the Final Four, as well as the Division II and Division III national title games, along with the semifinals and finals for the NIT. It's the second time a city has agreed to host all 3 national championship games in the same city. And a former Seattle Seahawk has found a new home. Safety Jamal Adams has agreed to a new deal with the Tennessee Titans. Adams spent the past 4 seasons with Seattle, but was let go back in March. He made his 3rd straight Pro Bowl in his debut season with the Seahawks, but dealt with injuries for a majority of his time in Seattle. To put it into perspective, Adams missed almost half of Seattle's regular season games over his 4-year span with the team. And that'll do it for sports.
Really wanted Jamal Adams to work in Seattle, but it wasn't going to happen. Well, the biggest names in pro sports will be gathering in Los Angeles for the ESPY Awards tonight.
You can watch them right here on ABC starting at 8 o'clock. ABC's Jason Nathanson has a preview of what to expect tonight at the star-studded event.
Tonight, the biggest celebrities from sports and entertainment will gather to honor the stars of the sports world and remember all of the incredible moments from this past year.
A year of inspiring a generation to become the next generation.
12-time ESPY winner and tennis legend Serena Williams steps on stage in a new role as the host.
I've been in rehearsals and it's going okay. I don't know. Oh my God, I'm definitely nervous.
A fitting host in a groundbreaking year for women's sports.
This is the year for ladies in sport, and I'm excited to see all the ladies kind of rule the ESPYs and just be super awesome.
Basketball sensation Caitlin Clark nominated for 3 awards, including Best Record-Breaking Performance for her pursuit of the NCAA scoring record. Las Vegas Aces star and 2-time WNBA champion Asia Wilson is one of her competitors for Best Female Athlete. NFL Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes and baseball superstar Shohei Ohtani among the nominees for Best Male Athlete, both trying to win the award for a second time. Also being honored tonight, former NFL safety Steve Gleason, who has been fighting ALS since 2011. He'll receive the Arthur Ashe Award for Courage, an award given to Jim Valvano over 30 years ago. Prince Harry will receive the Pat Tillman Award for Service to recognize his work as the founder of the Invictus Games. And for her work on the court and off of it, Dawn Staley, who led the South Carolina women to their 3rd national title, will receive the Jimmy V Award for Perseverance for her role in advocating for cancer research and bone marrow donors, as well as her advocacy for women's sports. Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Hot weather heading into the weekend. I'm looking at the 8 to 14-day forecast for any sign of cooler conditions. I'll let you know what I found after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
We're not brother and sister.
We're not husband and wife.
She's not my daughter.
He's not just arm candy.
Hey.
What we are, we're advocates.
And so if you've been injured, we fight for you.
You deserve more than just a law firm.
You deserve an advocate.
I mean, I have to have it.
Is this you? Finding something you can't live without, but your card is... Adding your P1FCU MasterCard to your mobile wallet makes checking out easy online and at the register.
Almost there. Oh.
Open your free Ascend checking account that comes with tons of great benefits at p1fcu.org/free. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
Want to save on some of the biggest names in streaming on the network made for streaming? X marks the spot. Now when you get Xfinity Internet for 12 months, you can add the new Stream Saver for $15. That includes Netflix, Peacock, and Apple TV+. That's Xfinity Internet and Stream Saver for just $35 a month. All your favorites, all in one place, all for one low price. For more watching and less spending, X marks the spot. Switch to Xfinity, the network made for streaming, and bring on the good stuff.
It's time to seize your summer in a new Toyota from Findlay Downtown Toyota. Whether
Whether you're camping out in a new RAV4 or pulling a boat with a Toyota Tundra truck, nothing says summer better than a new Toyota. Plus, every vehicle sold comes with a 1-year, 15,000-mile maintenance plan. So this summer, if you're looking for a new ride, stop by Findlay Downtown Toyota, and we'll show you some more choices. I cracked myself up. Findlay Toyota's downtown.
Hi, I'm Chris with Tactical Plumbing. We're a well-known, locally owned company with a great reputation with our customers. While the new housing boom stays strong, we are excited to announce that we are growing our company to provide homeowners with our precision services.
Tactical Plumbing has over 30 years of combined experience, and we are now booking residential service and repair. Tactical Plumbing providing our community with carefully planned and strategically executed plumbing solutions.
Call us or visit our website today for all of your plumbing needs.
Donnie, the advocates excel in car, truck, and motorcycle cases, resulting in millions of dollars for our clients.
That makes me sad.
Sad? Why sad?
Just thinking about the ones that don't bring their cases to us.
Oh, that is sad.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
All right, welcome back. You might have felt the need to maybe grab a hoodie or something. It was so much cooler today than the last few days.
I was going to say.
Yeah. Get your cardigans ready.
Right.
I mean, slippers.
Only the 90s.
Yeah, mid-90s, not even the lower 90s. Hot, sunny, and boy, not a cloud in the sky. I've searched Skycam after Skycam for just a wisp of a cirrus or a fair weather cumulus and nothing. Here's the view right now at the Sandpoint Byway, and just bright blue, beautiful skies, missing out on some of that wildfire smoke. And really, the haze is better tonight than it was yesterday. This is the view from our station in downtown Spokane. We've had some really red sunsets the past few nights, and the LC Valley, a little bit hazy there, but what a view. And it is absolutely tinder dry there in the LC Valley right now. Your 4 things to know about your forecast. Hot, but not as hot. It's still darn hot in the mid-90s for the next week, possibly even the upper 90s. Hazy at times, as Matt explained, and no sign of any precipitation. 96, our high temperature today, compares to an average high of 83, but we weren't even in the ballpark to set a record for the first time in 4 days. We started the day off at 66, almost 10 degrees above average. We're going to be more than 10 degrees above average through the entire 7-day forecast. The white line right here is our average high. About as cool as it's going to get is 95, and looks like we're going to start warming up closer to 100 degrees as we get into the end of next week. High pressure in control. Right now, it's flattened enough to let some of that cooler air in, and it's going to vary over the next several days. But the main thing is we are going to be staying dry. Now, you'll notice these clouds and showers showing up on the forecast over the desert Southwest, coming up in the Four Corners and into the Intermountain West. That's that monsoonal flow, that seasonal reversal of winds, and eventually we may be able to tap into some of that, and I think that's what some of the computer models that the Climate Prediction Center is looking at. Temperatures for the next 8 to 14 days, we are still in that dark orange, indicating above average temperatures right on through July 25th. And then they're also looking at above average precipitation. I think they're counting on a little bit of that moisture coming up from the south, but that never really pans out to be much more than a few high clouds and an occasional thunderstorm over the mountains. So I'm keeping things dry in the planning forecast. High temperatures will be in the 90s, overnight lows in the 60s, and a lot of sunshine, maybe an occasional passing cloud for the next 7 days. Kirsten?
All right, thank you, Chris. And this is for all of you who like to write handwritten notes to people and send them. Now may be a good time to stock up on your stamps. Prices are going up again Sunday. The cost of a first-class Forever stamp will increase from 68 to 73 cents. That's more than 7%, and it's the second increase of the year. USPS says the hikes are needed to achieve financial stability as part of its 10-year plan.
Well, there are more sales than ever this time of year, with Amazon Prime Day joining all the other summer holidays, forcing the other retailers to compete for your dollars. Today is the last day to take advantage of what Walmart is calling its biggest sale of the year, and Target Circle Week lasts through Saturday. Prime Day is next Tuesday and Wednesday.
Amazon has really set the standard for 48 hours of incredible sales. And other retailers, they sell some of the same brands as Amazon, and they really want to make sure that they are getting some of that consumer attention as well.
If you're not sure which sales to take advantage of, the big takeaway is that if you have a big ticket purchase on the horizon, shopping from now to the beginning of August is when the back-to-school sales heat up and could help you save. Although remember, the lowest prices of the year are still around Black Friday, especially for technology.
Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction, it's too expensive to remodel your bath. Fact, with Bath Fitter's hundreds of design options, you'll get the bath you want to fit your budget. Fiction, bath remodels take forever and tear the house apart. Fact, Bath Fitter installation takes just 1 day to fit your schedule. Get the bath that fits you. Bath Fitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Exploring different regions throughout the Northwest and beyond can be fun and educational. 4 News Now would like to showcase these locations with Travel for Adventures.
Moses Lake is the perfect family getaway for fun and recreation. From camping along the shores to fishing excursions and ATVing, Moses Lake is a recreational wonderland in the heart of Washington State.
Moses Lake Golf Club often stays open late into the season or cool off in their water park during the summer heat.
Moses Lake is also known for its Spring Music Festival in May, a fabulous air show that includes the World RC Invitational in June and the Grant County Fair held each August at the Moses Lake County Fairgrounds.
For a listing of events, culinary delights, and lodging options, visit tourmoseslake.com and plan your vacation today. Moses Lake, Washington. It's the perfect place to explore and relax.
Discover more places you might like to visit. Go to KXLY.com/travel4adventures.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
Reach out to NeuroStim TMS today and rediscover the light and joy in your life.
Frozen is Disney's latest hit Broadway musical. From the producer of The Lion King comes the show audiences and critics are melting for.
Coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts, July 24th through August 4th. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
President Biden's make-or-break press conference. Next, in Sun Edition, the stakes couldn't be higher. Will Biden be able to deal with these guys after his disastrous debate performance?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence.
Then, the butterfly wedding. They're all over her dress. Was it a sign from her deceased father? Watch the next in Sun Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Coming up tonight on Nightside this afternoon, President Joe Biden addressed the nation following the conclusion of a critical NATO summit. More reaction from political leaders and voters tonight at 11.
Hot, sunny weather for the foreseeable future. Summer in the inland Northwest. And I don't know why I chose to wear a yellow dress. It's kind of overkill with all the yellow on the 7-day and then this yellow dress. I should have worn gray.
You just wanted to match it. I think it was good.
I love it. Hey, get everyone, if you haven't gotten one of those sticks of sunscreen, those things are magic. I'm just throwing it out there.
Like roll-on?
Yeah, for your face too. You're gonna need it.